here, and I have the honor to be here with Miss Newhall to discuss a very controversial topic that has been brewing since the 90s. Teen pregnancy rates have been declining since 1991. Overall, this good news does lead into some topics that must be discussed. Education is very significant in the life of a teen and often becomes an issue for teen parents. According to the impact of teen pregnancy and the education of the girl child, it states teachers also reported that when comparing a learner's performance before and after pregnancy, they miss a lot of schoolwork, such as lessons, homework, tests, and so forth. Therefore, we as a youth have done a remarkable job of practicing abstinence or using protection during sex since the statistics have shrunk. The reason why teen pregnancy is such a heavy topic is because there are an array of different beliefs and biased opinions of parents who raise their kids in a certain way. Obviously, no parent wants their child to become pregnant at a young age. However, there are many stigmas, especially on teen girls, that contradict every religious belief or practice there is in society. Miss Newhall has a few insights to share on her personal encounters with potential teen mothers and their academic performance in school. So first question, was there a time in your life where you have talked to a teenager that became pregnant at a young age, and how did their circumstances impact their academic status?
There has been a time as a school social worker where I've worked with teenagers that became pregnant at a young age. Unfortunately, things didn't always work out the way that they wanted to, and we never really got to the point of it impacting their academic status. However, in the high school setting, it is something that can occur, and so we kind of as a school district, do have programs in place that are there to support young mothers or soon-to-be mothers as they go through their pregnancy journey. So those programs can be, just focusing on, classes that are related to graduation, night classes, and anything else that that person may need to get through. Now, if they did decide, no, I want to be pregnant and I want to walk through these halls of Richards High School and go to all my classes and do what I need to do, then we are here to support them with that too. It just may get hard once the baby is here, because then they will have to kind of manage that. But we would do whatever they feel like they can do and support them in whatever way we can.
Are you willing to encourage young teenage girls to combat the stereotypes that society has placed upon them of becoming young mothers due to their seductive behavior?
Of course I am. As a school social worker, as a woman, as a person that just wants people to feel loved and understood, I am willing to encourage, any teenage girls to combat any stereotype, whether it's related to their, sexual activity or quote unquote seductive behavior. I think if boys can get away with some of these types of behaviors, I think that we need to normalize that girls can act similarly, and boys also could act similarly to like the stereotype of girls, where we're supposed to be more reserved and more laid back I know we as women are supposed to be keepers of the sex. Like, boys, no, you're never supposed to interact with us. But that's not a fair assessment on what teenagers go through. And so, of course, I'm here willing to help anyone go through what it takes to combat those stereotypes, because everyone should be, whoever they want to be, whenever they want to be, and as long as they're safe and happy, that's all that matters.
If your child was a teen parent, would you fully support them or abandon them?
Of course I would fully support them. I am actually one of 7. I'm one of 7 kids. My mom actually was a teen parent. She was 17 years old when she had my oldest sister. So I definitely have seen the effects of a young mom raising a child, and then having, a kind of a family later in life. I definitely would want to fully support them in whatever, again, as long as they're safe and happy. What can I do to make it easier on them? And also, what can I do to help them through the challenges? Because being a young parent is definitely challenging. Being a parent is challenging, but on top of that, being someone that is young and still figuring out what it means to be an adult themselves, of course, I would want to fully support them through that challenge and just be there for them. And of course, at that time, I know it's crazy to say, but I'd be a grandmother. So how exciting would that be? I'm not even a mom yet, but I'd love it. I'd love to be a grandmother. So of course, I think anyone that kind of uses values to inhibit whether or not they're with someone or against someone, I think is kind of living in a box, and it's kind of sad. We need to love and take every situation and every person's experiences with open arms and try and support them the best that we can.
All right, and thank you so much for your time, Miss Newhall.
I would love to help you with anything in the future. I think what you're doing is great, and I'm here if you need anything.
All right, thank you so much.
No problem.
Well, that's all I have for today, folks. Tune into my next podcast in the near future on a radio station near you. I'm your host, Rachel Haynes. See you next time.